Who's been messing up everything?
Oh, you are totally addicted to that song.
It's pretty catchy, don't you think?
Honestly, I think it's rather absurd. Just like our today's series.
Oh, don't be such a buzzkill. Let's start.
Welcome to Netflix on English.
Hello, everyone. This is a Netflix on English podcast. I'm Leo.
And I'm Gary.
And together, we Netflix on English, or in other words, talk about the vocabulary from the latest films and series on streaming platforms.
In each episode, we tell you the story of main characters from a series or a film, using just a few key expressions from it.
And today, we're going to discuss WandaVision, a mini-series about two iconic superheroes from the Marvel Universe, Wanda Maximoff and Vision.
So, as I understood, Wanda is a witch who has the powers to do anything she wants?
Well, she has the power to control things with her mind. For example, she can make objects fly and read people's thoughts.
My wife and her flying saucers.
Okay, and Vision is an android?
Yes, an android is a robot that looks like a normal person. Vision specifically is an android made of vibranium, the strongest metal on Earth. Vision doesn't need food or sleep, and he also has superpowers.
Like walking through walls?
Exactly. So at the beginning of the series, we meet a married couple, Wanda and Vision, who move to Westview, a small American town.
Since Wanda is a powerful witch and Vision is a super strong android, they have to blend in somehow.
That's right. They have to blend in, or in other words, look and act the same as people who surround them.
Yeah, I bet it's pretty hard to blend in when you are a walking computer.
No skeletons in your closet, eh, Vision?
I don't have a skeleton, sir.
Or when your wife can cook dinner with a wave of her hand. Anyhow, those are not the strangest things about Wanda and Vision.
Oh yes, for some reason their life in Westview looks like a typical sitcom. A sitcom, or situational comedy, is a TV series with the same characters who are put in funny situations, like Friends, for example.
The Westview reality looks nothing like Friends, though. Or like some 1950s black and white sitcom. Hey, you might be old enough to remember those.
Well, I'm not that old, but the first episode definitely looks like I Love Lucy, a very popular 1950s American sitcom which I just loved.
Which I have heard of, but never watched. So every episode, Wanda and Vision try to blend in a new retro sitcom reality.
I admit, they really nailed the 60s and 70s. Anyhow, Wanda and Vision feel that everything is not what it seems in Westview. At first it looks like someone sent them into that world on purpose.
Let's listen to one of the characters who went to Westview and came back. She was describing her experience to the colleagues who were watching her on TV.
Everything might look fake in the TV, but everything in there is real.
But Wanda manipulates people's perceptions, makes them hallucinate.
Yeah, that's her whole bag.
So, turns out that Wanda herself created that reality.
Yes, apparently, if you enter this world, everything is real, even though it looks fake in the TV. It's all because Wanda manipulates people's perceptions and makes them hallucinate.
So, Wanda manipulates the way people see, understand, and think about the surrounding things, or in other words, their perceptions.
Exactly. In Wanda's world, your perception of yourself becomes totally different. In real life, you can be a secret agent, but in the sitcom-style Westview, you think of yourself as just a dull neighbor.
That's really weird. Anyhow, thanks to Wanda, thousands of people from the Westview town forget who they really are. She was practically holding them hostage.
Well, you could say that. After all, she took away their freedom against their will, or, in other words, was holding them hostage.
She was also holding Vision hostage in a way.
And it didn't take him long to realize he was just one of her many hostages.
But Vision couldn't make head or tails of the situation. In other words, he couldn't understand why Wanda was holding everybody hostage. I feel that guy really. I couldn't make head or tails of the whole series.
Trust me, you just haven't seen Once Upon a Time. Now that would make your head spin. Anyhow, the sword agents also couldn't make heads or tails of the Westview anomaly.
Soon they finally learned the truth, just like we do. Turned out the actual reality was far from being a comedy.
Let's listen to the sword agent Monica describing the way she felt when she was in Westview.
What's the first thing you do remember?
Pain. And then Wanda's voice in my head.
Did you try to resist?
There was this feeling keeping me down, this hopeless feeling, like drowning. It was grief.
So, all the citizens of Westview heard Wanda's voice in their heads and felt her pain and grief.
Yes, Wanda felt great sadness because someone she loved died. That's what grief is.
I have to admit, Wanda has every right to feel grief. Well, let's not get too deep into that, but rather recap the vocabulary.
Okie dokie, artichoke. An android is a robot that looks like a normal person.
When you try to blend in, it means that you try to look and act the same as people who surround you.
A sitcom is a TV series with the same characters who are put in funny situations.
Perception is the way you understand, see, and think about things that surround you.
If someone holds you hostage, it means they take away your freedom of action, usually to get what they want.
If you can't make head or tails of something, it means you can't understand it.
And if you feel grief, it means that you feel great sadness, usually because of the death of someone.
That's it. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast to hear us Netflixing on English from other series.
That's all for now. So from Leo
And Gary.
thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.